let's take one more example factoring a trinomial. The last example we had, everything was positive, the first term, second term, and third term, which is probably the easiest type of trinomial to factor. When you start getting negatives in here, it gets a little more involved, but we can use the same method that we used before, and it works just fine if you stick with that. So again, we want to try to factor this trinomial into two binomials, so I'll put the parentheses in right away. You know where you're going to get the x squared term from x multiplying x and x. 14 we're going to get by multiplying factors of 14, or it's negative 14, so you have to consider, I guess, a few more possibilities. One possibility would be 1 and negative 14. When they're both positive, there's only one case to consider, but we'd also need to consider the case with negative 1 and positive 14. Either one of those two multiplied together will give negative 14. Let's take another example, or another set of factors. 2 and negative 7 will give you negative 14. And then another one would be negative 2 and positive 7. So there are four possibilities that if we were to multiply these two, we're going to get our negative 14. But they also need to add up to negative 5 to get your center term. So let's look at our factors. This would add up to negative 13, that would add up to positive 13. This one would add up to a negative 7, that would add up to negative 5. So those two should work. So let's put it in. We have a positive 2, and we have a negative 7. So that's how that would factor. Let's go ahead and quickly check this, because I recommend you do this when you're tested on this. And so let's multiply out using the FOIL method. Multiply the first terms, we get x squared. Multiply the outer terms, we get minus 7x. Multiply the inner terms, plus 2x. Multiply the last terms, we get negative 14. If you combine these two terms, we're going to have, we'll still have our x squared, we're going to have negative 7x plus 2x is minus 5x minus 14. You can see when you multiply that out, you do get this trinomial back. So that is the correct way to factor it.